back into our romance. The things we hold so close, my dear. Understand the closeness.
Hello and welcome to Let Us Podcast Together.
I am Shaniqua.
And I am Arville.
And today we're going to talk about how we met.
How did we meet?
We met while I was at work. I was at work at Henry Ford Hospital.
I had to make sure she had a job.
Wow.
Yeah.
As I was already there.
I had to make sure.
I was already there
My
for 2
wife
years.
had a good work ethic.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was already there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And his mother was my patient while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I walked in the door, she was like, "You understand me?"
Mm.
And I was like, "I don't know who you are. But I'll try." My purpose in going and working at Henry Ford was to make sure that people felt understood and felt welcomed, and just to give them the experience that I didn't receive while my mother was in the hospital. So that was my intention there.
Okay.
And I was supposed to leave for the day, so I came and brought her, like, her linen and stuff. And you were there. And she was like, "This is my son, Arville. Talk to him.
Yours truly.
I'm going to go in there."
You know what I do.
So, what'd you say?
I went in there, you know what I'm saying? I went in there like, "Baby, turn around."
You know your guess who? Well, neither one of us were looking for a partner or a relationship at the time.
In all honesty, no. Not at all.
So I was doing, I think, like, making up the bed and stuff, and you were asking me questions and different things and responding when I was answering the questions and whatnot. And I was like, this is really interesting, that a person is actually listening and engaging, you know, even while you were doing something. I think you were playing the game or something, from my perspective. And that made an impression upon me.
Yeah.
What is your side for the first time?
So, my mother had been in the hospital off and on. And this particular day, I had just got off work because I did a night shift. And I was like, I'm not going up there today. It's just not happening. I'm exhausted. And my mama texted me and was like, you know, what are your plans for the day? I was like, I'm probably going to go get this new game. And then I'm going to probably, I was going to get the game. And when she called, I was like, I'll probably just come up there a little later on. She was like, what time? And I was like, I'm not sure yet. In my mind, I was, you know, still kind of going back and forth. But in my mind, I was like, it's solidified. I know I ain't going. And she was like, can you grab me something to eat? And I was like, if you're hungry now, then I'll go ahead and come up there. So she had sent me the money to get her food, and she was like, get your game too. So I was like, all right, I can get that too. So went and grabbed the game, went and grabbed her food and stuff. She liked her chicken, red beans, and rice. Her biscuit, you know. Not that Popeyes, though.
I'm weak.
That Popeyes will take you out the game.
I'm weak.
If you don't have no Kool-Aid or nothing, you might as well just go ahead and lay down. Call it a wrap.
I was ready. Might as well die.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say it,
Keel
but...
over, you know what I'm
Die!
They actually should give you water.
They definitely...
They give you biscuits.
It should be like a caution cup or something.
Yeah.
It should be, but it is what it is. And Popeyes, if you're listening, we want our cut. Not gonna lie. So when he had grabbed that stuff, shot up to the hospital, and at the time I was just like engaging with everybody that came in.
I wish I remembered all the things that I was doing that day. I had like 12 patients, and I was just going through the day. Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
That is wow.
Wish I remembered all that. It's crazy.
It's the best day of your life. So
let me recall all the
went ahead and got up to the hospital and just cracked the game open. Gave mom her food and stuff, and Oh, I remember what I was saying. At the time, I was talking to everybody. Just like strengthening my communication skills. And not just talking to reply, but actually listening to the conversation and engaging with it fully.
Yeah.
And I was doing the same thing when she walked in. And I was playing my game at the time, and she was answering the questions. And I was like, man, I probably should listen more. So I had put my game down, and as I was asking you the questions, you were going more into depth as to why you was talking about your mother.
She's the reason why I got into healthcare.
Right.
In general.
And so my mother in the bathroom singing her tunes and stuff while she taking a shower. And I think I had asked for your name. And then I let you know my name. And then I think I had asked you for like cups of water or something afterwards, after you were getting ready to leave. And you were like, I'm getting ready to go on break, but when I come back, I can grab it for you. I was like, oh, okay. No big deal. I'll be here all day anyway. So, did that. You came back from your break. You brought the ice water. And I think that was the last time I seen you that day.
Yeah, because I was leaving the floor after that.
I kept it pushing. It was another normal day.
Right.
My mother, she had left and went back to the hospital.
Yes.
And when she came back this time, they were doing what was it?
I don't know. I wasn't on the floor.
The treatments. What are
dialysis?
Yeah, they were doing dialysis.
Oh, okay.
Completely slipped my mind.
Yeah, they were doing.
So she was a regular going back and forth to dialysis, but this time one of the tubes, they couldn't get to the tube or something, and they were like, we're gonna have to rush her to the ICU.
Okay.
And I was like, man, that's crazy. So I'm trying to record what the doctor is saying and then shoot it over to the family because I had spent the night with her this particular night.
Okay.
And calling everybody, letting them know that she's gonna have to go to ICU, which means it was getting worse.
Okay. Is that where I met your family and stuff? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
So
let me just figure
this was
out
the
that
second
day.
time I had seen you.
Yes. So I came downstairs from I was working the cancer unit that day. So I came down just to get my report for where I will be the rest of the day. And in passing, I saw you come out the room.
Yeah.
And then...
devastated.
Yes. Yes. And you looked like me when I was at the hospital. And I was like, oh, man. And then I walked past to go give my report. And I was talking to one of the nurses there. Her name's Barb. And I was like, I feel compelled to go talk to him today. And I was like... Because I remembered your face from you listening and talking or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should go extend my hand. Because at that time I was working on being more invitational. We had took like a test or whatever. And one of my lowest areas was like being invitational or inviting people or telling people about God and different things like that. So I was like, oh, I should reach out. So I said, if I go back and I see him, then I'll say something.
Right.
And when I came back out, you were outside the room. And...
you felt that so much you had to punch the mic?
yeah, sorry.
I'll be more invitational.
You better catch all that. But when I saw you, I was like, do you have faith? And then you was like, yes. And I was like, you can have my, send my email. I gave him my email and stuff, so.
Gosh.
I did do that. And you was like,
I'll tell you how.
phone number.
I'll tell you
like,
how it really happened.
Listen, I'm the Mac, okay? Listen. Then I gave him my number, and then I was like, okay.
Who's the Mac?
Me.
Yeah.
Just call me the Mac. Where?
You think you Usher. Get out of here.
All right. So I did that. Then I think I went back to the floor and came back, and your sister was there, and both of your sisters was there. I think your aunt and a couple other people and stuff. And your sister was like, Kanea was like this. My brother's 26. You would have talked to him? I was like, this, sure. I'll talk to him. I've already met him, but I'll talk to him again. And you were just like introducing me, kind of. And I was like, okay. And then I had to leave from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I go ahead and tell your side from that day.
So what really happened was,
because I think I just went back to my floor after that part.
Yeah.
And I was like, if he reaches out, then I'll make sure that I'm being in connection with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had called the family. They started to come up there, and the doctor that came in had took me to a room to the side. And it's normally where they take people to tell them, like, hey, it's not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's going on exactly. And he told me that. And I think one of the nurses had came and got him, had came in the room and was like, hey, the family is here.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, you can sit in here if you need to. I followed right behind him. And he was like, you don't have to come out right now if you don't want to. And I was like, I'm fine. And we walked back.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and told the family what was going on. And I remember just standing at the edge of the bed like, man, like, this is unreal.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on right now. And
you look so much like me when you came out the room. You look like lost, kind of. It was just a lost look when I saw you.
It's like some people are main characters in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it's my mother, so she is.
Oh, definitely.
It's just like you don't expect anything to happen to that person though.
No.
Like until they get old. Like
they supposed to come home with you and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nothing is supposed to happen.
Crazy.
And that happened, and him telling everybody what was going on, and I walked out the room,
mm-hmm.
and I guess that's when you seen me.
Okay.
And I seen you,
mm-hmm.
but I knew I had to talk to my younger sister and tell her what was going on.
Oh, I just went past. I seen you, and then I went past to go get my report.
Yeah.
And came back.
And we were all standing there in a circle, and you had walked over, and Kania was like, my brother's 26. How old are you?
No,
and then 27. And you were like, I'm 27. She was like, oh, okay. She just looked at me.
She looks real nice.
You know what I'm saying? That was her way of setting us up. But
shout out to Kanea.
Shout out to Kanea. Introduced you just to the family and everything, and was just processing that. And side story. So one of my uncles, who always in the hospital, was up there. And he was
always in the hospital?
Always in the hospital. He's always in the hospital.
Oh, always in the hospital. Okay.
He had I think he has like bags on him.
Mm-hmm. Like colostomy bags?
Yeah. So one of the nurses that came over and was like, are you okay? Because he was saying he felt kind of faint. He wasn't really feeling good. And it was like, we could take you downstairs. He was like, no, I'm not going down there. I don't want to go down there. And man, they was like, should we call a Code Blue? For him.
Okay.
And when y'all call the Code Blue, everybody from all over the hospital comes.
Yes. So
we was like, no, don't call the Code Blue. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Probably a staff assistant or something.
And Terry was like, yeah, call the Code Blue. And they called the Code Blue. Everybody came from everywhere. Mm-hmm. It was pregnant nurses.
Yes.
It came from everywhere.
Yes.
They couldn't breathe.
You would run down the hallway. As soon as you hear something, if you're on the floor, you got to run to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all come over to him. Do you need us to take you down? Do you need us to get you a stretcher? He was like, I ain't going nowhere. And then once they realized that he wasn't going nowhere and he was stubborn, and that the call was false.
What you're talking about now.
Yeah, and that the call was false. They was mad.
Yeah.
They was mad.
Because you probably killed people running down. That's still trauma to this day, Code Blues.
Yeah.
Those things. Yeah.
But back to the story, because, I love my family. One of my cousins, I won't say his name, he was like, man, and I think it was when people try to deflect.
Oh.
Because hospitals just aren't a good feeling.
Okay.
My cousin had lost his mother as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, man, you got to get one of these girls' numbers, man. And I'm like, my mama is dying, bro. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Crazy.
He's like, yeah, man, she ain't got to look the best, but you just got to get one of their numbers, as long as she got a good personality. I said, man, if that ain't settled.
Man.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, this is wild, man. I can't believe all this is going on. And my uncle is acting crazy. And they calling cold blues for him. My cousin over here talking about I should get somebody's number. It's just a crazy day, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't see all of that, but...
So, because people were like steady going back and forth to, be with my mother and see her and take pictures with her and stuff. And everything had, everybody had pretty much been there for a couple hours and they were getting ready to take her upstairs. And I went back there to see her one last time before they took her upstairs. And you know how like the end of...
So I met your family before? Before I seen you the last time?
Yep.
Huh. I wonder, what else was I doing? Okay.
Because you was getting ready.
I thought it was after.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So I met them before. And then, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was getting ready, at the end of the TV series when they turned the lights off, to end the episode.
Okay.
I did that in the room, yeah.
Will Smith
I always think of Will Smith in that last episode where he turned the lights off in the mansion. So I'm in the room and I turn them off and I'm like, I'm in the hospital. What am I doing? So I turned the light back on, double checked for any cords or anything that we had left in there, and then you came over to me and you was like, I can give you my email. And I was like, or you could just put your number down. And he was like, okay. So you gave me your full name, your email, and your number.
Okay.
And I think I hadn't texted. Still going on, whatever. Everything was still going on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think at some point I had reached out to you.
Yeah, you did.
Because you was texting me out of the blue like once a month or something like that. It was just like encouragement.
Well, you text me, and then you said that this was your name or whatever. And
yeah.
I was like, "How are you doing?"
Yeah.
That part, and then I think I messaged you right after your mom passed, and you were like, "My mom passed the day before or previous days or whatever," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I had sent encouragement, and you already knew at that point that I had lost my mom.
Yeah.
And what was working for me and all those things.
Right.
And I was like, just check back in if you need anything. And I was like, I did text you more than once a month. It was like two times.
We can give it to 2.
Like at least 2 times because we went out in August.
Okay.
So that's at least a month or so after your mom passed.
Who set the date up though?
You set the date up.
I'm the Mac.
All right.
I'm the Mac.
All right. He was like, "Do you want to go out for coffee or something?"
Yes.
She said, "Hello, this is Arville."
Yes.
You did give me a long message though.
Yes.
Like the first message was a long message.
I had to let you know who I was. I had to let you know that I appreciate what you did. And I said the least I can do is take you out for coffee.
Right. And I don't drink coffee. So I was like, I would like to go out for tea. So we scheduled that.
That's what we did.
Yeah. So that's how we met. And our first date was coffee at Starbucks.
Starbucks.
And we went bowling.
Bowling.
Yes. And I won.
The first game.
All the games that we ever played, I've won.
You win now because I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Then
if I was playing you for real.
He was laughing at all my jokes because I'm funnier than he is. But, yeah, that's how we met. And our first date, And
This is killing me.
we spent so much time talking to one another. I think we met up at like 4, and then we ended up leaving later that
I like how
evening.
you skipping over the whole part where I initiated everything.
Did you initiated everything? Okay, all right. He initiated everything. He did.
Like, come on.
Okay, all right. You got anything else?
Just call me a Mac. Cause I got it like that.
Listen,
Gotta
I
live by the
initiated
rules.
it because I came over to you and gave you
Oh,
that information.
you know why?
Why?
Because I talked to you first.
You made an impression. And we're here now.
Yeah.
We're married.
Yep.
It's been 5 years. 5 years. Going on year 2 of marriage. Look at us.
I like to put my head back like this.
Wow. Like and subscribe to
Like,
Let Us Cloud.
share,
Let Us Cloud Cast
subscribe.
together.
Let us podcast together.
You know, I never know what musically you're going. I never know. But yeah, like and subscribe.
Like it.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.